It started with something that didn't make sense. A trash bag. Sitting in the back of a pickup truck in a Walmart parking lot. At first glance, it looked like nothing. Something someone might have tossed in without thinking. Maybe garbage. Maybe a prank. The kind of thing you'd ignore on a normal day. But this wasn't a normal day. Adam Webb had just finished shopping. A short trip, milk, flour, eggs. Nothing unusual. He walked back to his truck, groceries in hand, expecting to load up and head home. That's when he saw it. A bag. Black. Out of place. He didn't remember putting it there. At first, it didn't alarm him. He'd had people toss trash into his truck before. Annoying, sure, but not alarming. Still, something about this one felt off. So he walked closer. Opened the outer bag. Inside, there was another bag. And on that second bag, there was blood. Dark. Fresh. Unmistakable. Adam froze. He didn't dig deeper. Didn't try to investigate. Instinct kicked in. He stepped back, pulled out his phone, and called the police. Within minutes, officers arrived. At first, even they didn't fully grasp what they were dealing with. In a place like Arkansas, it wasn't uncommon to find animal remains, especially with hunting season and rural surroundings. So one of the officers leaned in, trying to make sense of what she was seeing. But the moment she opened the bag, everything changed. Inside wasn't an animal. It was a human head. A real one. Suddenly, the entire scene shifted. What started as a suspicious bag became a full-scale homicide investigation. Tape went up immediately. The area was locked down. Cameras came out. Every detail mattered now. And standing right there in the middle of it all, was Adam. The man who found the bag. The man whose truck it was in. The man who, at that moment, became the most important person in the investigation. And possibly, the prime suspect. Police questioned him right there. Calm. Cooperative. No panic. No dramatic reactions. Just steady answers. He explained everything the same way each time. He drove to Walmart. Went inside. Came back out. Saw the bag. Opened it. Saw blood. Called the police. Simple. Too simple. Detectives have seen it all. People react differently under pressure. Some break down. Some over-explain. Some stay eerily calm. Adam fell into that last category. And that made them watch him even closer. His truck was processed as a crime scene. Every inch of it. But something strange stood out almost immediately. Aside from the bag, the truck was clean. No blood splatter. No signs of struggle. No evidence linking Adam directly to the crime. That didn't clear him, but it raised questions. If a murder had taken place, it didn't happen there. So how did the head end up in his truck? And more importantly, who put it there? To answer that, investigators turned to surveillance footage. They pulled every camera angle from the Walmart parking lot. And what they found was unexpected. The footage showed Adam arriving, parking, getting out, walking into the store, shopping, returning to his truck, then noticing the bag. Calling the police. The entire timeline matched perfectly. And more importantly, no one was seen approaching his truck. No suspicious movement. No one placing anything in the back. At least, not during that window. Which meant one thing. The bag had likely been placed there earlier. Before Adam even arrived. At this point, Adam was still a person of interest, but the evidence wasn't pointing toward him. Still, detectives needed more. They brought him in for a full interview. Walked through his entire day. Every detail. Every movement. And his story never changed. Not once. No contradictions. No slip-ups. Just the same calm explanation, over and over again. Then he mentioned something. A small detail. A man he'd seen around his neighborhood. An older man, backpack. Walking up and down the street. It wasn't much, but in a case like this, even the smallest detail could matter. So police looked into it. Reviewed body cam footage from the scene. Checked surrounding areas. But nothing. No sign of this man, no connection. It led nowhere. Meanwhile, investigators expanded the scope. If the head was here, where was the rest of the body? That answer came quickly. And when it did, it changed everything. About 300 meters away from where the head was found, earlier that same day, another discovery had been made. A body. Inside a home. In a bathtub. Decapitated. The victim was identified as 63-year-old Connie Goodwin. Now the pieces were starting to connect. The head in the truck belonged to Connie. But the mystery only deepened. Because there was no connection between her and Adam. None. They didn't know each other. Had never met. No calls. No messages. No shared history. So if Adam wasn't the killer, then how did Connie's remains end up in his truck? Detectives shifted focus. They needed to look at Connie's life. Her family. Her inner circle. The people closest to her. They started with her sister-in-law, Debbie. She was the one who found the body. She explained how she had gone to check on Connie after she didn't show up for work. Called out her name. No answer. Then the bathroom door. Locked. She forced it open. And what she saw was something no one should ever have to see. Connie in the bathtub. Unresponsive. When she tried to check for a pulse, there was nothing. Just bone. That moment alone told detectives everything they needed to know. This wasn't random. This was personal. They asked Debbie about anyone who might have had issues with Connie. Enemies. Conflicts. Problems. Nothing stood out. But then she mentioned something else. Connie's son. Aaron. She said he had been acting strangely. Mentally unstable. Talking about things that didn't make sense. Asking people to pray for him. That detail mattered. Then came another. Connie's husband, Johnny, and Aaron had been traveling to Arkansas. But neither of them had been answering calls. Now detectives had a new concern. Was Aaron missing? Or worse, was he involved? They dug deeper. Interviewed more family members. One of them mentioned a fight Aaron had been in weeks earlier. A threat. Someone who supposedly wanted to harm him, and his family. It sounded serious. But again, it led nowhere. No suspects. No confirmation. Just another dead end. Then something clicked. A missing persons report. Filed earlier that same day. For Aaron Goodwin. Suddenly, everything aligned. The victim. The missing son. The strange behavior. And now, a possible suspect. Police moved fast. They located Johnny at a hotel, the same hotel where Adam had stayed the night before. Another unexpected connection. Johnny was calm during questioning. Almost too calm. He explained that Aaron had been acting strange. Talking about God. Going on what he called a walkabout, then disappearing. But something about Johnny didn't sit right with detectives. His tone. His lack of emotion. The inconsistencies in his timeline. So they pulled hotel surveillance footage. And what they found changed the entire case. The footage showed Johnny arriving at the hotel. Checking in. Moving in and out of the building multiple times. More times than he had admitted. That alone raised suspicion. But then, they reviewed the exterior cameras. And that's when everything became clear. Aaron. Captured on camera. Getting out of Johnny's truck. Holding a black trash bag. The same kind found in Adam's truck. He looked disoriented. Lost. Wandering without direction. Then, he walked over to a nearby pickup truck. Adam's truck. Placed the bag inside. And walked away. Just like that. No hesitation. No urgency. And then, he disappeared. That moment answered the biggest question. Adam wasn't involved. He was just an unfortunate bystander. The real suspect was Aaron Goodwin. And now, police knew exactly who they were looking for. But there was a problem. Aaron was gone. A full manhunt began immediately. His name and face were broadcast everywhere. Police warned the public. This was a dangerous individual. Unpredictable. Possibly unstable. They tracked everything they could. Phone records. Bank activity. Movement patterns. But nothing. No transactions. No calls. No sightings. It was like he vanished. Then came another disturbing detail. A note. Left behind. I thought I was doing God's will. That single sentence painted a chilling picture. This wasn't just a crime. It was a mind unraveling. Investigators also found voicemails Aaron had left. Rambling. Disturbing. Talking about religion. Aliens. Threats. It confirmed what many already suspected. Aaron was in the middle of a severe mental crisis. Months passed. No answers. No sightings. Until 5 months later, a hiker made a discovery in the woods outside Hot Springs. A sleeping bag. A gun nearby. And inside, human remains. Decomposed. Skeletal. It didn't take long to confirm the identity. It was Aaron. He had taken his own life. And just like that, the search ended. But the questions didn't. Why did he kill his mother? Why such brutality? Why take her head? Why bring it to another state? Why place it in a stranger's truck? Some of those answers may never come. But one thing became clear. Aaron had lost touch with reality. Completely. In his mind, whatever he did, made sense. And in that moment of complete psychological collapse, he became capable of something unthinkable. A crime that shocked everyone who touched the case. From the officers on scene, to the detectives trying to piece it together, to the family left behind. Because sometimes, the most terrifying crimes aren't driven by greed or revenge, but by a mind that no longer understands the difference between right and wrong. And those are the cases that leave the deepest scars.